Hi friends! Today I have a very simple and straightforward sailboat sketch for you. So if you're looking for an easy watercolor and ink painting, this will be great for you. I'm starting off with pencil because I'm drawing the mast of the sailboat and wanted to make sure that that was relatively straight. It doesn't need to be perfect. It's nice if it has a little character, but if you want to use a straight edge for that to really get it to line up, you can certainly do that. And then I'm going over it with the Micron pen. This is the size 0.03. I will tag all of the supplies that I'm using in the description box below. And I'm just going back and erasing that pencil mark. Now I'm going to start drawing the shape of the boat. And this will be both the boat above the water and then a little bit of a reflection. First, I'm drawing a horizontal line for the bottom of the boat. And then the sides of the boat have a very slight angle to them. And then I'm drawing the left side, which kind of mirrors the bottom. Same with the right side. They just angle down and meet the sides of the boat. And then on the right side, there's a bit of an angle where you can see into the boat. So the boat is turned just slightly, so you see a bit more of it into the boat on the right side. Hopefully that makes sense. And then I'm emphasizing the bottom of the boat a bit more. Where it meets the water, there's a darker line there. And then I'm repeating the same shape down below, but with slightly less strokes because it'll be a little bit less defined since this is the reflection that's in the water. I'm also going back over the section where the bottom of the boat meets the water. I want that to be quite a bit darker. You could also use a thicker pen for this. If you've got one with a thicker nib, you could certainly use that here. Make sure that whatever pen you choose to use, you're using waterproof ink. These Micron pens are waterproof and they're archival, which is great. I'll be sure to tag all of the supplies that I'm using in the description below. And then I'm using the pen to emphasize the mast a bit more at the top and putting in a few more, just scratching in a few more details along that reflection. This doesn't need to be perfect by any means. The more character it has to it, the better. And the reflection especially will have some reflections caught from the waves, so it'll be a little bit more wobbly, so to speak, than the part that's above the water. Now I'm adding faint rigging lines along either side of the mast, so they're extending from the top of the mast down to the boat. These are relatively straight, so if you do want to use a straight edge for these, you certainly could. Now we are getting into the watercolor portion. I'm using a kind of a large size brush. This might be a size 10. And I've wet it with water, and then I've picked up some ultramarine blue. And I want a really light wash. I want this to have a very minimal feel. So I'm drawing that right along where the boat meets the water and just showing just a few swooshes to give you the illusion that it's floating on calm waters. Now I'm going digging for my yellow. I use the Daniel Smith watercolor, which I really love. It's very pigmented, so a little bit goes a long way. They're a little bit of an investment, so if you want something to dabble with, you could certainly use the Winsor & Newton Cotman watercolor set. I'll tag that in the description below. That's also very good. They have very good pigmentation to their colors. Whichever you use, just go for the color in general. So here I'm using that yellow, mixing it with a little bit of brown, and I'm using that to emphasize the sides of the boat and then also the interior of the boat itself. I'm using a smaller brush for this portion since it's so detailed. This is probably a 2 or a 4, probably a size 2 brush. If knowing the exact sizes are important for you, feel free to put that down in the comments and I will note that in future tutorials. The most important thing really is that you're using a brush where you can get some fine detail. I picked up a bit more of that yellow mixture and I'm just lightly going over the reflection. I'm using more broken strokes here because I want to indicate that there are some very, very shallow waves or ripples happening in the water. Whereas the top of the boat, you'll be able to see that perfectly, so that is a continuous line. I've got my swatch card to the left if I'm ever wondering what color I actually have in my brush, because as you can see over on the right, there is a lot of color mixing happening in my palette. I will use a swatch card and make sure that I've got the right color going. This is a bit more of a brown, and I'm using that to color in just a bit of the mast. I'm shading the very left side of the boat. It's a little bit more in shadow and it'll help add a bit more dimension to the boat. And then I'm emphasizing a bit more of that shadow and then carrying it down under the boat itself. I want to echo that shading down in the reflection as well. Now I'm picking up a bit of a darker blue. This is an ultramarine color, and I'm using that to further emphasize the bottom of the boat. I really want that to have the most contrast out of everything in the painting and really draw your eye to where the surface of the water is. Also, to emphasize the surface of the water, I'm going to use a bit of that deeper blue and go along the horizon line and add in a second wash of blue. So there's the bigger wash, which is a very light blue, and then going in with this like slightly thinned out wash on top of that to give it a little bit more dimension. And I am loving how that is looking. It's very minimal, it's very clean. Now I'm going back over the parts that have dried and I'm just emphasizing certain bits throughout the painting. So I wanted to emphasize the very top of the mask a bit more, as well as the top rail of the boat. And now I'm thinking about where I want to sign this painting, and I end up signing it close to the bottom of the boat. I could have also done it more on the right side down in the negative space, but I was concerned that that would be a little distracting. Thank you so much for joining as always, and I will see you in the next one.